So what's the attraction of the museum?
The attraction of the museum, I just went there recently. It's called the City Museum. If you're ever in St. Louis, I would do it over the arch. If you make a right here, it should take us in the general vicinity. It was created by an artist, I guess about 20 years ago. He passed away in 2011, unfortunately, in a construction accident on another project he was building. But he's an artist, and the goal of it was to turn this old shoe factory into a place where people could come to be inquisitive and to be amongst mixed mediums. And so I described it kind of like a Willy Wonka's without the chocolate factory part.
Mm-hmm.
You go in there and you buy a ticket, and they don't tell you where to go. There's no map, and you have to figure it out on your own. And throughout the entire 14-story, I believe, I know it's at least 11 stories because they have a 10-story slide. They have 2 10-story slides.
Oh, wow.
Where you can go down all the way to the bottom. But it's a beautiful place. It's something that John Taylor Gatto would definitely find some philosophical agreement with, because it's a place where you're supposed to use your own imagination and your own capacities to discover.
Yeah.
And there is no set agenda. You go in and you explore, and it's full of caves and huge mosaic art pieces, as well as a Ferris wheel on the roof. There's a school bus that's driving off the top of the building, that's hanging off the side of the building, which I think really fits into the school sucks philosophy.
Indeed.
And it's just there's no rules, and there's slides, and it's not just meant for kids. It's anybody can go there, and you can find something that you will want to tell others to come visit. I think it's rated like one of the #1 family attractions in the United States. But it's really neat. It's an old shoe factory that they've converted. The whole first and second floor, as well as the roof, are part of this city museum. And I guess it's been there at least 20-25 years. But it's just a playland. You can go there and walk around and eat, and they have a circus inside where people are on trapeze and just training and doing things on their own. They've brought in several rundown skateboard parks, and they've set up ramps on a whole floor where kids can just run and play. And it's just a really neat place. I'd love for you to be able to check it out. I think we're coming up on it here. I didn't know anything about it going in, and that's usually the best way to experience something, is when you can kind of give it meaning for yourself. And that kind of ties into the whole conversation, is that some of us want to live in a culture where the meaning is derived from the individual experience rather than the forced collective experience. It's not to say that there aren't actual collectivities, because we are all human, right?
Right.
But it's the forced collectivities of schooling and of arbitrary laws that we volitionally step outside of, because we are the sovereign. The sovereign should no longer resist in arbitrary state systems and in arbitrary power. And so you see there's dinosaurs, you got airplanes, you have a school bus. See the school bus off the top of the building?
We're going to have to find a place to park real quick.
That's a parking place. That's a good one too, because if you can, because otherwise you're going to be in the $10 range. And this one you can see from everywhere. Is this a walkable GoPro? Can we get out and take a look?
Yeah, is this just a place I could actually park?
It totally is. There's you park here, and then you put you put a credit card in up at one of the places here, or cash, I believe. But they try to follow you into these expensive places. But I found last time that this street in particular you can see from anywhere in the building.
All right,
it's really an amazing place.
We could pause, and then we could just pick this up with the GoPro.
Yeah, let's explore.
All right.